Hi, I'm Alex Guns, the fund manager of the Heptagon Future Trends Equity Fund, and I'm here today to talk to you about our latest thematic piece of work. The subject in question is Alzheimer's disease. This is a topic that's very close to my own heart, and whilst no one in my immediate family has been impacted by this terrible disease, as a student I worked for the Alzheimer's Society, a major UK charity, and I saw just what a devastating impact this illness can have. The good news is that there is huge amounts of drug development in the pipeline, and that's what we're excited about. We're also of the opinion that with advances in AI, the ability to access and develop new drugs is only going to be accelerated. First, however, a few startling facts to share. Alzheimer's today affects somewhere between 75 and 100 million people. As the world ages, and by 2030 1 in 6 people on this planet will be over the age of 60, the rate at which people develop Alzheimer's is only likely to increase. That figure of 75 to 100 million we mentioned just a moment ago, that could double by 2050. The really shocking element is that once given a diagnosis of Alzheimer's, life expectancy is probably 3 to 9 years. And shockingly, when you look at the number of deaths that occur in the US from Alzheimer's today, it's already more than breast cancer and prostate cancer combined. Then when we think about the cost of this illness, it's immense. Today the figure in the US is about $350 billion. Once you actually add in the unpaid care that many people give to enable or to aid patients with Alzheimer's, then by the end of this decade, the cost could rise to over $1 billion globally. At present, sadly, there is no cure for Alzheimer's, but there are about 150 drugs in development. Most of these are involved in treating the symptoms of Alzheimer's, although some will also try to slow the progression of the disease too. Only 2 drugs have actually received approval in the US at present, but I think what's really exciting is that the GLP-1 molecule is showing some very promising progress in respect of being able to work on helping to minimize the impact of Alzheimer's. Listeners may be familiar with GLP-1, glucagon-like peptide, in the sense this has been the revolutionary drug developed by Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly, which has had really clear impact in terms of helping manage obesity, diabetes and other addictions. Whilst it's still early days, trials would suggest that applying GLP-1 solutions to Alzheimer's can minimize impacts by a factor of about 60%. These trials won't complete until 2025, but we think developments in this area are very exciting. Certainly when you project ahead and we look out to 2030, most forecasts that we've seen suggest that the market for treating Alzheimer's could be worth somewhere between $10 and $15 billion. Now obviously the path to get there isn't going to be easy. Bear in mind there's clearly no cure for Alzheimer's today. Many of the drugs, both those available and licensed and those in development, may well have adverse side effects. There's also the question of how these drugs are funded, and there's also generally a question regarding the education that's required across the healthcare system in order for this disease to be understood better. We think, however, that there's a really clear opportunity ahead, and whilst it's difficult to identify winners at this stage, when you look at the large pharma companies involved in this space, this is businesses like Biogen, Eli Lilly, Novo Nordisk, Pfizer and Roche, we think that clearly the opportunity will be significant and there will be some evident winners over time. To end on a note of optimism, I would also highlight that Alzheimer's can be mitigated simply through lifestyle choices, and we would certainly recommend or endorse strategies to outlive or to live better. So effectively more exercise, less smoking, less alcohol, and leading a better quality of life. So read the note. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out either to your representative at Heptagon Capital or to myself directly. Thank you very much.